Yeah.
There we go. What's up, folks? Welcome to Ratchet & Clank. This is a New Game Plus race between Jishkared.
Hi.
And marathonman.
Hello.
And I have Boardplay with me on commentary as well.
Hello.
And we are going to check the donation incentive for the languages because we got a couple languages here, and we'll see which one.
Sure thing. And we have, during the intermission, had a bit of a war going on between Spanish and French. And in the end, it ended up being Spanish that came out on top. But if you feel like it, we can do like a dual thing where one of you run in Spanish and the other in French. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we can do that.
I know what you're running in.
I was going to say, we only would have to decide.
I can run in French. It would make sense.
Yeah, that's what I was going with. Yeah. There you go.
I think that's what we're doing then.
Yep. Sick. Okay, so I guess we'll just go right into it.
Yep.
Fair warning, this game is very fast-paced. Explaining everything is nearly impossible, but we'll give it our best here. So let's get it going. These two runners have nearly identical PBs, so this should be a close race. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Rack 1's a great game. So we're
Just
setting up the
the
files.
goodies menu and I'm good.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, let's get a countdown. In 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, forgot about that. Okay, so starting out here on Velden 1, you're going to see the Walloper be used a ton, which is essentially this boxing glove that allows you to preserve a ton of speed. The players are going to head into the goodies menu and use the in-level movies thing in the menu, which allows you to preserve the punch of the Walloper into a bunch of speed. Velden 1 going deathless, it seems, which is good because this is a really, really difficult planet to start off the run. Both players coming out deathless. Let's go. Very good.
Nice.
There are a lot of resets on Velden and on a race that's
Man, don't get me
hard not to
started.
die.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh yes.
I know them too, right?
So yeah, you're seeing more use of the Walloper here to get further.
You can see the Walloper be used most of the early game until we get the helipack on the next planet.
Yeah.
So Jish in the slide lead, he's gonna try to use the Rhino to defeat that enemy. Ooh, he activated that. Okay. Small chance for Marathon to catch up here.
I'm waiting.
Yep. And you can see Marathon killing all the enemies and getting onto that lift, taking the lead back. Oh, it's close. There we go. Couple seconds apart here. Let's go.
That's a good start.
Good start. So coming up on Kerwan here, we're gonna be purchasing the helipack, which is gonna unlock pretty much all the movement in the game. And immediately after that, you're going to see because we're playing on New Game Plus and we have all the items from past playthroughs, you're going to see the PDA be used. The PDI is one of the most busted items in this game. You can do so many different things with it.
You can reset your state all over the place, and so if you go into a state with speed, you can reset that and chain that into different movements.
Yeah, and you're going to see some PDA side flips, which is one of the best techniques for the PDA, where you can basically just open it and side flip out of it, which you can, there's no limit as to how many you can do. So
PDA just opens up this game.
Yeah, so you're going to see Marathon do a couple of those. Oh, that's smart play there. Pulling out the PDA in the pause menu because he had the Rhino out and he would have probably fallen to his death otherwise.
Oh yeah.
Very good. Just not getting the required speed there to get over there, but he should still be able to PDA side flip up to this area.
You can see Marathon Man side flipping here and preserving his speed when he gets up.
Yeah, and coming up is Train Skip. It's one of the more classic skips of the game. It was found a long time ago. And you're going to see Marathon long jump to a specific part of the train. Oh. And he's going to land in a specific spot and get hit by this enemy. Basically, when you land on a certain part of the train, you get locked in place. But if you get hit by that enemy's missile, you are able to move. And the train sequence ends once you get to the last train cart, but you are not supposed to be moving in this cutscene. The train sequence ends basically immediately when you're on the last cart. Ooh, and Jish is in trouble.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's basically impossible to recover from such a situation.
Yeah, there's some really strange momentum on the train. that just doesn't allow you to PDA side flip back onto it because it's like it's moving in a certain.
It's worth noting that that is probably the only place where movement is really unpredictable and inconsistent in a way.
Yeah. But in Kerwan, you're like most of the movements just like really sick immediately, like these stairs, for example. And here's more PDA side flips, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
The movement in this game, the movement system overall in this game is great. It really lets you move fluidly throughout the whole game. It's super satisfying to chain together movement in this game.
Marathon Man's going to clip through a wall right here because the end of the level is right at the beginning. Okay, take that one off the bingo card. That's the case for a lot of the planets. So you just clip in through that door, get to the lieutenant, I believe, talk to him, get the infobot, and peace.
I find it very funny that that planet is really short in every category.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful planet, but you never see it in
It's so cool.
Yeah, even like the most completionist category, you just see like 20% of the level, if not 10% of the level.
Even in all check marks, which is like the 100% category for this game, both times you go to Eudora, both of them hover around 1 minute.
Yeah.
Because everything you need is like right at the start.
Yeah, the gold bullet is there, the coordinates are there, the skill point's right there.
Yeah.
So, once again, we have another clip coming up, which he's going to be using the decoy glove, which is just this like inflatable decoy, basically. He's going to try and get through the wall there. Nice.
That clip, it can be super finicky.
Yeah, and then the clip out is a little bit easier, but very nice for Marathon. That was clean. He's going to try to do pod warp here by going into the menu and just playing an in-level movie and skipping that cutscene. He's able to warp back to the ship, basically.
Yeah.
I forgot I was on gadgets during that. And
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Good blark.
Yeah, when you take
nice
the
midair.
pods, in reality, Ratchet is just standing by the ship. And so all you're seeing is an empty ship floating away.
Yeah. Hold. Looking good.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, there we go.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good enough for me.
Yeah, very, very nice. Yeah, so Marathon just performed the Cineflips, which is just an infamous trick on this. A lot of the mud and water surfaces on certain planets allow you to do this type of movement where like the game constantly thinks you're on the ground.
Yeah.
And by gaining, by going into the, over the water at a low speed and just wiggling the analog stick back and forth and inputting side flip and long jump, you can gain a lot of height, and it allows you to get to the end of the level, which is like right up there. But it's a very difficult technique, which is why we weren't really seeing a whole lot. There's a lot to like about that too.
Ooh.
Perfect, yeah.
Yes.
2 for 2. Nice, Jish.
And so now you'll see
Clean.
Marathon Man do a variation of Cineflips called ILJs. They're faster, and he has Ghost Ratchet as well. You want to explain Ghost Ratchet?
Yeah, Marathon just did a ton of stuff there. I can try to explain it on Jish's side. So yeah, on Umbrus, there's at the very beginning of the level, you go into the mud, play an in-level movie, and then the game kind of thinks you're dead, which causes a couple side effects. The big ones is that wall collision is disabled, and there's a speed cap that normally happens on infinite long jumps that just gets like removed for 10,000 frames. So he's going to go into the mud, and once Ratchet's head sinks down a certain bit, the in-level movie makes him fall below it, and he's going to PDA side flip back up. And now the... Ooh, needs to save this.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Ooh, tough. Yeah, Marathon was going for a difficult chain there. Battalia is a very, very difficult planet, which has just like a really tough chain. This, yeah, that's also rough because there's a guy firing a missile there, which causes a bunch of lag. So here you can see Jish just flying through the level here. A little bit low. Okay, good. Ooh. Very nice. Good stuff.
Ooh, still got the PDA, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Jish is saying that because he wants the Walloper out for the beginning of this next planet. Marathon getting some speed eaten on that. This is a very, very difficult planet to just get done fluidly.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to like convey. I mean, it speaks for itself. So that was funny in French.
You have either all your speed or you have nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be either one of the most satisfying planets or one of the worst in a run.
Looking good from Jish. Mountain clip there. Gets the Sergeant. Very nice. Not over yet, though. As we saw Marathon struggle a little bit with this chain. It is one of the toughest chains in the game. Jish is flying right now, so this is looking pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, pretty damn good.
Oh, yes.
We like that. Okay, so on Marathon side, he's going to be doing the Orkson 1 Clank proxy. Ooh. So I can't really explain why this works. You just punch at a certain part in the pipe and you just go flying upwards. But yeah, just catching up a little bit with that fire movement.
We're lucky it works because doing the whole Clank section.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like really long.
Nobody wants to play Clank.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Clank.
Yeah.
Damn too slow.
Yeah, I heard someone in the back say BCJ. That's big Clank jump, which is
Shout out Big Clank jump.
yeah, which is used for oh, nice. Just gets the fast version of that actually. You don't want to be moving too much as the proxy happens because it'll lower Clank's height, but just move just enough so that he gets a little bit closer to the infobot, and that's the perfect frame. Very nice, Jish. Good stuff. That was perfect. That works on 1. Very nicely done. Yeah. Good work. So Marathon just picked up the pilot's helmet, which he's going to need for flying the ship on Pokitaru, which is one of the longer planets, if you want to talk a bit about that. You may.
Oh yeah, Pokitaru is basically an auto-scroller. I think we all kind of hate Poki because it's there's nothing you can really do to speed it up, and the guy is you have this guy that you need to guide through the level. You're seeing him on a Marathon Man screen right now. You need to kill all these fish.
Nice hey, everyone.
Hey. Yeah.
So you're trying to stand on top. Marathon Man is going to try to stand on top of the windshield and shoot these visibombs to get the fishes that are at the end of the level. Because when they get to the end of the level, if he's cleared all of the fish at the end, the guy will. We just call him the guy for whatever reason.
Yeah.
He doesn't
He's
have a
the
name.
guy.
Yeah, he's the guy.
But he will warp a little distance if you've killed all the fishes at the end.
Yeah.
You'll see that later on.
Saving like 15, 20 seconds is actually pretty vital for such a short category to nail that.
It is.
Yeah.
So otherwise, they're just going to be killing fish. So I guess we have some time for messages.
Yep.
Sure
That's a
thing.
good
I
time.
definitely want to get through some of those messages that we got during the intermission. First of all, we have a $10 from Anonymous without any comment, but putting it towards the French language. We also have $5 from the Fall Guy saying, "Let's go, Jiz and John. Rack race time. My body is ready." Then we have $15 from John Kratos saying, "Sanju told me to do this for John Kratos." We also have another $5 from the Fall Guy saying, "We." And lastly, $10 again from John Kratos, simply saying, asterisk, angry Spanish noises, asterisk. Thank you so much for all of those. That was great.
Oh man, this one fish. Trolling Jish.
Come on.
Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did.
Yeah, the fishes in that particular place where we're just left. Sometimes you'll just leave a fish there you won't see, or they hide sometimes.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, so this is the like kind of last spot where you're gonna see Visibombs being used. At minimum, you want to clear this side over like past the bridge, and then you can kind of like make it work with whatever is left. But all the fish do need to be dead at the very end.
Yeah.
For the guy to warp. There's also like a small backup warp. So like he can warp immediately or he can warp like a couple seconds in. But past that, he will run the entire way. So you really do not want to miss that.
But
You
this
can see Marathon doing it right now.
Yeah. This cutscene Marathon Man was in right now.
And he got it. Yep.
You typically can't walk in either. Using the Visibomb, you cancel your state and you can walk during that cutscene as well. And shoot
Yep.
and stuff.
Yep. And so Marathon's coming up to the Poke ship fight, which has gone through a ton of iterations and has always been very challenging. The big reason why it's rough is because it's a little bit random with the ships that are around you. You see that one almost getting in the way. Not only them getting in the way, but also from what they drop. It's a 50-50 on whether or not they drop ammo or health. So you can see Jish on Jish's side missing the Visibomb cancel, and
That's pretty devastating because then you basically always miss Sky Skip as well.
yeah. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever because Jish can also go into the shop a little bit early
Yeah.
and just clip in with the Walloper like that and get the thruster pack early, which you would have to do after the Guy Warp. Oh, nice. Got it on the way up, the swag.
Where is he?
That is
It's
swag.
too close. You can try to actually get the first passage you would do actually in the ship.
You can, but
It's dangerous, but you can.
this has never gone well for me.
I mean, as long as you exit before the cutscene hits, it does the trick.
Ooh. Yeah, Marathon doing one of the, again, every chain is like really, really tough. So this is Orcs on 2. Now we're on the revisit on this planet with Ratchet this time, who's got the O2 mask.
Yeah.
This opening chain is like top 5 hardest in the game as well. It's not easy by any means.
Yeah, every place he lands at the very beginning are very specific places. It's hard to land specifically where you want, and it takes a lot of practice.
What makes the movement so tough in Rack 1 is the fact that chaining it is not the hardest ever. It's the fact that every time you get close to an edge and you do movement at the very edge of an edge, you get your speed eaten completely.
Yeah.
And so you have to have very, very good spacing in order to just not have your movement just die. You don't slow down, you stop. Like, you go to a complete stop. So,
Yeah.
what board plate said, you have to land in very specific spots. So you can see once again on Jish's side, it's just very precise where you have to open the PDA. You can see almost landing on those boxes, which would slightly misspace him. It would still be very possible to do that movement, but it would throw him off, basically. And so you have to escort an infobot around this level. There's like 7 locations, so that's why Jish is taking this very specific path around the level.
Yeah, even if you catch up to the infobot, you're not getting it until the last place that it's at.
So Marathon's coming up to Hoven. This is one of the worst planets in the run, if not the worst, and it's mainly because of this ship fight coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Got the up warp. Yeah, this fight is just like notoriously random for... We haven't really been able to figure out how to break the ship quickly. Aiming to the top side can do like 5 times the damage, but it's in such precise spots and the ship's bobbing up and down that you'll never hit those 5 times areas like consistently effectively.
Yeah, there are some theories about some critical points to hit, or if it's better to move back and forth, but it's nothing
Concrete.
conclusionary.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
no proof.
Yeah.
There's no proof.
No vid, no did.
Yep.
Yeah. and-
Yes.
nice. Small ILJ back to the ship.
I really wanted to go visit Ahek dude up there.
Yeah. Oh, heck. So now Jish is on Hoven. Hopefully his ship fight goes well as well.
So what's happening here is there's a trigger. Ooh,
Okay. That was sick.
That's a good hit.
Yeah, good one.
So the trigger for the turret does extend all the way up and down. You can only hit the trigger when you are in a grounded state, but the ILJs give you that grounded state. So you still hit the trigger from underneath it.
Yeah, you'll warp up. And as we see Marathon heading on over to Gemlik, which he's executing this chain very well. And now he's going to get over to the right side, which basically skips the entire Quark ship fight.
Yeah.
Nice, Jish. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, so the Quark ship fight is that's super easy to skip casually as well.
Yeah, just get to the other side. You get the lights that come up so that Quark's dialogue happens, die, and it skips it.
Yeah.
It's really easy. Yeah, we didn't really talk about it, but Gemlik is also very tough. The chain is rough because you need to use the drone device, which is like, it's on your weapons wheel, but it's like the only time you really use it in the run. And it's because there's these like gunners inside of the glass tubes on Jish's like left side here. And they will just constantly fire at you, but the drone device protects him from the bullet fire, basically. And Marathon just going through Oltanis, pretty quick planet. Not
Another Ratchet classic. You
Yeah.
had endings at the beginning.
Yeah, not a whole lot to it.
You're clankless, so all the good movement isn't there.
Merci. Some of the French dialogue's been throwing me off in a good way, but yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot you have the Spanish voices, so
Oh
right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Fluent in.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Core 2. It's a level that has a lot of different strats. There's a ton of ways to do this one, but Marathon's going to go for the most common one, which is to go over this barrier here, and then the end of the level is up at the top of the slide. So he needs to kill an enemy and then like get within the vicinity of a door, and then that gets the last cutscene, which gets him to the coordinates for the next planet. He's shooting the Rhino there. Very nice.
Yeah, typically you would need to go. You would need to get Infobot from another place there to go to Kalibo and get the Hollow Guys and do the Hollow Guys through the entire thing. But instead we just get the last Infobot we need.
Yeah, that was one of the most early skips found in this game. It's like 2009, where you skip Kalibo.
Yep.
Yep.
So there are a couple of planets you don't see at all in NG+, Iridia and Kalibo. Are
Yeah.
there any others?
I think that's the only two. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Iridia is an early game planet with some pretty cool movement in the all go bolts category.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Damn, AC and Marija fucking slap.
Oh my god, don't get me started.
Yeah. Ooh, and Jish is going for right. Ah, very nice try. The right side is the hardest like way of doing that. It's very, very tough, honestly. It requires a very specific like long jump on a set of mountains, and the collision's just awkward as hell.
Yeah.
So once Marathon gets to the end of this section, you saw him perform a chain there. He's going to use the decoy glove to clip through this wall, and that is the end of the level there. You're normally meant to go through the interior of the ship, of course, and take a bunch of teleporters back and forth. But doing that chain like that saves a ton of time overall.
Yeah, so Marathon Man is approaching the last planet now.
Already.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is a fast-paced run.
Yep.
Do we have time for some messages before?
Yeah, perhaps.
That would be very lovely. We have a $10 anonymous donation without any comment, but they are putting those $10 towards the Little Big Planet 2 any percent custom pack bid war
Nice, Jish.
for the Crab Rave. And then we have a lovely little $25 donation from Yo Andy saying, "Hey guys,
Yo,
best of luck with the Ratchet and Clank 1 NG Plus race, and shout out to the PlayStation Nation."
They know what to do.
They know it. Wish I could be there again this year so I could input my unique viewpoint on the drawbacks of this game compared to Rack 3, the superior game. Let's go. And we have a $10 donation from John Ratchet saying, "Monster Racer when?"
Yo, shout out Monster Racer.
Monster Racer.
Right, so you'll be seeing now on Marathon Man screen that the deplanetizer is up. Usually when you approach here, it's down and you need to fight Drek. But due to this is NG+, and so if you beat Drek on a different save file and you don't hit the last button to end the game, the deplanetizer is up and you can just finish the game.
GG's Marathon.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Good stuff. Great time, yeah.
Yeah, that is a great time.
Yeah, and Jish also like literally on the same planet as well. It's been actually pretty close. Yeah, so entering direct from like the behind area whenever like the deplanetizer is up, just doesn't spawn in the fight, which is great because it's honestly a pretty rough fight.
This fight's so annoying.
Yeah, and honestly, yeah, just great job to you two. Jish is mostly an any percent runner, but has really put in a ton of hours into NG+, and right before leaving, ended up getting sub 20 and joining the club. And Marathon, you're like just ahead with your PB over Jish as well. So, really well done. You would say your main category is NG+, right?
For this game, probably, yeah.
Yeah. But all the two of you run all the categories. I'm pretty sure we've all run all the categories. I haven't done ACM, but
I haven't done any ACM or any %.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you haven't done any %? I thought you did.
The AGB is any % is better.
Yeah, a little bit.
Bruh.
I'm sorry.
There we go. Woo! Good job, Jish. Great time. Very nice. Oh. There we go. Good stuff, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Money.
both underestimate. We're good.
Both underestimate,
Even though
yeah.
I don't care when it happens.
Yeah, that was indeed an awesome race. I do have a few last donations here. We have $5 from Adult Rights saying, "Let's go marathon. We stopped shopping for books to watch you. May the RNG gods be in your favor, Alan Misha." And they are putting that $5 donation towards the pedestrian all levels hot sauce incentive, where Pollister will be drinking some hot sauce live on stage,
Nice.
kicking off that incentive, which is amazing. And lastly, we have a $100 donation.
Let's go.
From Dev Insanity, with no comment, but putting that towards the Little Big Planet 2 any% costume pack choice for the Final Fantasy VII Characters pack. And with that, I just want, can we give one last round of applause for the two amazing runs from Marathon Man and Jishkared?
Yeah,
What
Marathon.
an awesome race that was.
GG, Nick.
GG indeed.
GG's, man. Good race.
Good race indeed.